So I'm here in Raytown, Missouri, which is in Kansas City, Missouri, or like a neighborhood right next to it. And we are actually at a school, James A. Reed School. It's 120,000 square feet inside, and we're on 27 acres on the outside. We've got a football field over there, full-length football field, soccer field, and then a baseball field over there. I don't know what's in the inside. It looks like there's a gymnasium over there. We're gonna get on the inside. What I want to talk to you about in this video is how you assess a commercial deal for development purposes, okay? It's not gonna make a lot of sense for me to open a new school. I'm not looking to do that in my career. This would be something where we would look and see, like, what is the development play here? Would we knock all this crap out around here, like completely demolish this whole thing, and then build 20 homes on an acre lot in Independence on kind of a rough area? I don't know if that's the play. Is this an apartment building play, right? Like, you're gonna build a brand new unit? Or do you look at the existing property that you have right now? Well, let's look at a couple options. One, you make a school again and you rent it out to a school, but you got a lot of maintenance to do here. Like, this stuff right here on the ground is asphalt. It's cracking, probably needs a new coat on it. That's gonna be several hundred thousands of dollars. Probably just call it 250 to 500,000. You got a roof. That's a lot of maintenance on this roof. You know, with big buildings come big expenses. You know, when you're looking at everything. Now, one thing I would tell you is when I first was looking at this online, I was like, this would make a good place for storage. Let me talk to you about why this would make a great place for storage. Number one, when you're doing storage, you literally want to be in the center of a neighborhood and you want to be close to apartment buildings and stuff like that. And so if you look on the map here, we are surrounded by houses. Now, there's a formula for storage. The formula is ideally you want to be on a main road with 16,000 traffic count. That road doesn't have it, but the one right up the street does. And sometimes that'll be good enough. Now, here's why I like this for storage. I haven't seen the inside, so I don't know what that looks like. But I know, like, from an access point, it's gonna be super easy for people to come down. I know from, like, future development, I've got enough space. I could build like a gate right here and then charge people for storing their stuff in the back. Down the road, maybe just gravel those stadiums and then make that storage space. And that's like, you know, 200 bucks a space. So if you look in there and you might have, I don't know, 1,000 spaces, something like that. You can do the math real quick. That's a lot of money coming in your pocket every month. So look at the building here just as it sits. You see that it's kind of been worn. And I just went by another building down the road that's been completely tore up. And I saw a couple of meth heads walking right out of it. So my guess is that this area is, although I don't see any like problems right now, you know, the area is a little rough. So we haven't been on the inside yet. I don't even know if it's open. Let's go ahead and see if we can get in. No, we gotta wait for our realtor. Oh, here's our realtor. Here she is right here.
How are you doing today? I'm here. Great to see you. Sean Thompson.
Hey, Troy. Nice to meet you.
If there's anything that you would like to kind of just give me an open foyer into how they plan to use the space so I can try to make the best use of everyone's time.
Sure.
Well, initially what I was thinking is storage.
We did win our tax appeal last year, and with that, he gave me the taxes and insurance. Insurance is about $500 a month. Taxes $3,000.
Insurance seems light.
Very much so.
Taxes are how much?
Taxes $3,000 a month, insurance $500. That's just what.
Dude, you know how much I pay for my building downtown for taxes? Like $20,000 a month.
And hopefully you try to appeal that as well.
I need to.
What about a vocational school or technical school? Because
Let's go look on the inside and see what's going on. It's in good shape, actually.
I know a lot of people who went to high school.
You do?
I hear that on every tour.
I mean, it's in really good shape.
It is.
I saw the windows were boarded up on that side.
So we boarded them up because, I mean, if we don't, then
Just smart, yeah.
it just deters people from breaking them and us having to replace it. That's probably the insurance is still low, right? I'm just in terms of storage, just talking about functionality of this space. Once we get into the classroom wings, you'll see that none of this penetrates the grid. All this can be blown out, not wood bearing. The only thing you're dealing with is the wires and stuff that we have attached to this. Most walls like this can be blown out. All wings, 100 to 200, 200 to 300, 300 to 400, all kind of join in like this. So that's something that could easily kind of be expanded.
So you had a couple roof leaks?
Yeah, I think they did tell me that. They said they've had routine maintenance and preventative maintenance done now. Once we go down the road, if we get serious on the acquisition front, I can get them to authorize me to share the PCA that we had done in the last year, which will give you any ongoing maintenance, deferred maintenance, or anything that they've located.
You could do your videos in here. You could have your mastermind classes in here.
These would be great, yeah. Be like, hey,
And then you could teach the students how to actually renovate houses, and they go to the next classroom, and it's a full-on deal.
how long have they owned this?
Yeah, the church stopped operating in 2016, 15, 16. I know the new building, I believe, was done in 17, but my group purchased this at the end of 2021.
This is like kind of a beautiful room
It is.
for events or Troy Cafe.
Can we look in there?
Yeah, I can. We did. He's a little particular about people stepping on the court.
Yeah, this
Well, I am
looks,
wearing proper shoes.
Oh, it's just.
I'm not kidding.
I mean, that's a nice basketball court right
Absolutely.
there.
Missouri
That is.
good.
I mean, were these bleachers with them, or did they put these in? Ah.
All this is glass, where you see boarded up. So that's one
Prison
reason why we
rehab.
boarded up. But it is a little court.
Oh, I thought you were going to say prison.
No, you transitional rehabilitation, vocational.
You might have a zoning issue with that next to a school.
Yeah, this is perfect for all the cells. This is better than prison.
This is actually, yeah, you might have a good thing. Future prison.
So this is the dock high. You know, we've been doing some demo there, so we have the dumpster right there. But where the chillers in the mechanical room, towards the end of that wall to the left, you'll see the garage door.
Yeah.
Storage house over there to the right with 3 garage doors on the other side.
Yeah, I saw one of it was peeled up.
I honestly haven't been back there in a while, but
Yeah, the doors peeled up on the, it looks like somebody broke in.
okay. I'll make a note to the owners. But we don't keep anything out there, obviously. We try
Well,
to keep
yeah, they looked, but they couldn't probably find anything. What's that mean?
So that's the back of the chapel. I think that's just a common area for.
Sacristy? Sacristy?
To be honest with you, I have not seen that word before, and I am Catholic.
Are you Catholic?
I went to Catholic school my whole life. I think I'm all crazy.
I thought that was just genetics.
Just representing you. I like it.
It's actually very clean. That's
100% is.
I will pass along the compliment to our property manager. She tries to keep the areas clean and, you know,
yeah,
room clean.
yeah. This is. I mean, these are just a pain in the butt to maintain.
Yeah, but I mean, it's always, you know, with any property, it's way better to get ahead of things, and I'm glad that I get to work with this ownership group. Obviously, you can have pipe breaks and stuff like that.
Sure.
I don't believe we've had any of those here, but there's certain things you can't plan for that are just going to happen. But I
Yeah.
mean, there's definitely a lot of things you can get ahead of with ongoing maintenance. You know, really good about everything from landscaping
Yeah.
to, you know, they upgrade systems without something breaking. You know, trying to upgrade the electrical. Security. We did a lot of the plumbing recently, Missouri Valley, everything in their scope. They've updated the plumbing on the restrooms and locker rooms over there. So.
Sean, did they? So on this plat map or wherever the map is.
This is page 2 of your brochure.
All right, so page 2. So was this originally with it, or is this
I
always?
mean, it was just owned. This was the high school for the middle school, so which is all operated by one. I mean, this was.
But when your client bought it, they just bought this.
They negotiated what out. Yeah, they everything in scope and.
What I guess my question is, they don't own this.
They don't own that. That's
Okay.
one of the fields that they need to retain for their students because they're still in operation. As of
Okay,
right now.
got it. All right, cool. So now we're headed into.
This is just a big kind of. I love to show the multi-purpose room. I've had people consider leasing it, like a little martial arts club and stuff like that. But yeah, it's 2 offices down there. It already has plumbing space that's a big deal, and another office separates the front.
So they're basically leasing this whole place right here.
Yes, except remember to exclude the boiler room from there.
So they're leasing basically here to here.
Yeah,
And how many square feet does that represent?
24,200. I just call it 25.
Is it a triple net on their side?
Full service.
Full service.
You know, if you look at a per square foot uses, they're actually fairly light because there's so much and they don't use it that much.
Right. It's just about the utilities and stuff like that and everything, because that just adds up. It's probably just helping out with the building, right? Versus.
I mean, they've never taken these investments to try to cash flow as much money. With those organizations, nonprofits, Boys and Girls Clubs. I mean, those are organizations that are not huge revenue generators.
Right.
We try to find these community users, and ultimately try to get a good group of tenants that occupy together and kind of end up doing work together. Hopefully at the end of the day.
Nice. Well, I guess we're probably good, man. I appreciate your time, brother, man.
Appreciate you guys. It's pleasure meeting you guys.
Thanks.
Call me and have her reach out with questions.
Okay, appreciate it.
Thank you.
Let's go take a look down here. What do you think about this area?
Well, I mean, I've worked in this area for my entire career. Like I said earlier, it's a matter of affordability.
Yeah.
Good highway access, turning over.
It's probably by the pound, man. 2.5 million is what they're asking, right?
Uh-huh.
It's pretty crazy. Like that you can get 27 acres with 100, or 28 acres with 120,000. Pretty good building. It's just like, what do you do?
Well, he's the other group that was here is looking at the same thing you were.
Yeah, storage.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's what it boils down
It's
to.
got to pretty much be either, philanthropic or education or
Storage.
Storage.
So what I'm doing right now is I just reached out to my buddy who's in the storage, and we own several properties together, so it would make sense to 1031 in one of those. Obviously, if I could bring him on, I don't have any goals to try to figure out storage on my own. So that's why you have strategical partnerships. So I'm just gonna send him a quick little video about it, see where his engagement is. We've talked about doing something in Kansas City, Missouri. When I first looked at this, I'm like, okay, storage, because really, like if you can fence this in, you've got tons of space here. It wouldn't impede with the basketball. You could work your way completely around there. You got revenue coming in. So as I'm kind of talking out loud here, but if you got that basketball court there, leave those guys alone, and storage is around there. You probably just create a separate entrance on that side of the building for them, and then have the storage on this side. Then you got a revenue paying tenant, and then you could start building out the storage. So that's kind of what I'm thinking here. I'd love to hear what your comments are. We would, on this type of deal, we'd probably be raising money because it would be like a phase out where we would build it in phases and figure that whole thing out. But I'll tell you what, the number one takeaway on this deal is like, I need to get my taxes down on my building, because if they're paying $500 for insurance and what do you say for taxes, like $3,000 a month, that's $36,000 for this big of a property, then I shouldn't be paying close to $20,000 a year in taxes. So hope you enjoyed this video. We'll talk to you in the next one. Peace.